Hi, I'm Hub Arkus, the publisher and editor here at Pro Football Weekly, and I am joined by our senior editor, Eric Edholm, as we continue introducing you to the major award winners in the NFL for 2012. Pro Football Weekly and the Pro Football Writers of America do our balloting together. The north of 300 voting members of the PFWA invited to cast ballots, and this year for the most improved player in the National Football League, interesting choice and a pretty easy choice, I thought. Dez Bryant of the Dallas Cowboys. You know, Eric, at the midpoint of the season, he was still Dez Bryant, and by the end of the year, he was an elite NFL receiver.
I think you make a great point, too, is that, you can remember that Monday night game against the Chicago Bears, in which he ran the wrong route, cost his team an interception. Tony Romo hangs one out there, looks bad. It was really on Dez. So there were plenty of mistakes like that. Penalties, that was a terrible game for him, even if he did put up the statistics. But he took his game to a different level in the second half. After the bye, seemed more focused, made more big plays, frankly, and helped this team almost get into the playoffs. And I mean, it got to the point where they didn't throw to him every play. You questioned it. Why aren't they getting the ball to Dez more?
Well, and he also suffered a severe injury to an index finger, I believe, with 4 games to play.
Correct.
A lot of people thought the season was going to be over. He piled up these big numbers and showed all this improvement while playing with an injury that required surgery 2 days after the end of the regular season.
And on top of that, in Week 17 against the Redskins, had back spasms so bad he spent the night in the hospital, had to be taken out in a wheelchair, still caught 4 passes, 71 yards. So let's not say D'Angelo Hall completely shut him down.
Well, I was actually working the sidelines on that game for Dial Global, and he could not walk off the field, but he tried to stay on the field as long as he could. Remember, Miles Austin got hurt
Absolutely.
too. So character growth as well, and this is the big issue with this young man. Now, we're not saying all the trouble is in the past, but for a kid who they didn't know if they're able to keep active by at the beginning of the season, to produce the way he did the second half of the year, very, very impressive accomplishment, both by Dez Bryant, and I think you got to credit Jason Garrett and the rest of that staff.
In Garrett's statement to us for the awards story, he mentioned that it was the hard work Dez put in, the focus and concentration that he had for his craft. Those are the little details that often slipped his mind. Remember, they've had personal bodyguards for him to keep him out of trouble. He's had monitors. He's had all kinds of trouble, jewelry theft, all these different issues. They seem to be a thing of the past, and we certainly hope so.
Well, and I will tell you, folks, if you know the backstory on Dez Bryant, now we hear a lot about troubled kids, but what this young man has been asked to overcome, his upbringing, we're not going to go into specifics here, it is amazing that he's able to even function in the National Football League, and if he is now maturing the way he appears to be, it's going to be one of the great stories in the NFL. The most improved player in the NFL in 2012, it's Dez Bryant, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. To meet all the other major award winners, make sure you stay where you are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've got it all at ProFootballWeekly.com.